Welcome back, everybody. This is the first semi-final match, and I misspoke earlier. I said we'd be watching Project because I was so excited. I wanted to watch Project's match first, but alas, it was not to be. That's alright. We'll bring it to you next. First is going to be NeMu versus Rams. It's still going to be a Terran, a Russian Terran, in fact, playing against the random players. Elegant, random versus Terran. We've definitely not casted this matchup yet.
Yeah, we absolutely haven't. This is going to be seriously cool. I can see why you made the mistake, saying Project's name instead of Rams. It's very understandable. Could have happened to anyone. But swapping one Russian Terran for another is perfectly good. So yeah, we're going to be seeing NeMu versus Rams. I'm kind of leaning towards saying NeMu rather than NeMu, because although I'd say Emu, and it's American to say Emu, then I think I'm going to get ridiculed if I say NeMu too much. So I'm going to stick with NeMu.
What? Okay, what? Yeah, go. Yeah, good. Fine.
You happy with that? You happy with
whatever.
NeMu? Okay, good. I'm so conscientious about my pronunciation today, man. It's really got to be on the ball with it.
Dude, alright, just go for it, man. At least he doesn't have any numbers in his name.
Oh, thank God. I know. But yeah, it's not going to be NeMu. It's going to be NeMu. I'm going to call him NeMu.
So, for those of you who don't know these players, NeMu is actually a very, very high-level random player. I think he's like B plus or A minus. He's good on IC Cup. I saw him on the ladder. He's like on the front page, all that good jazz. I think he's a Bulgarian player as well.
Yeah.
And Rams is a Russian Terran, because Russia seems to produce the best Terrans.
Definitely.
And yeah, so that means we actually have two Russian Terrans in the semifinals. We got Rams and Project. Actually, I don't know who's Project's playing against. Is there another Russian Terran? That'd be really funny if there's a third Terran.
I actually have no idea.
I highly doubt it, though. That'd be crazy. Yeah. Could you imagine? TET in the semifinals?
I actually can't imagine. That would be... It's so weird. Kind of all the Terrans have waited until the very last qualifier to push through. It's really strange how this
yesterday was Rise of the Protoss. Today is Rise of the Russian Terrans. It's
all
good.
It's good. I like it. We've had a couple of good days right here.
And we do need it, because otherwise we've got like more Zergs than everyone else combined.
But the playing field's starting to balance now, which is nice. And yeah, this is absolute Terran fest. So I'm loving it. Kind of rooting for Rams right here, I'm going to say. I don't know.
I'm going to root for Rams.
Okay, I'll root for the other guy. I'll root for NeMu then, just to kind of even it up.
And you can also figure out how to pronounce his name.
Ah, did I say NeMu then? I did, didn't I? Ah, screw it. Bring on the game.
All right, here we go. And here we are in game number 1. At the top left as the brown Terran we have Rams. And at the bottom left as the red Protoss we have NeMu sporting his good old Bulgaria tag. Oh man, now we've got NeMu bag in addition to gym bag. Hey!
Hey, NeMu bag. That's not even a thing. Oh no. I'm going to be seeing that NeMu bag. Could I sound much stupider? I don't think so. Oh god, NeMu already coming out with the excuses. Don't count on hungover NeMu. Okay, so I guess he's got a hangover, but that's cool. Nobody's fault but his own, so he's going to have to play against Rams with a hangover. But again, Rams is Russian, so probably sporting the Russian-style hangover right here.
Yeah, well, exactly. I mean, Russians are always drunk or hungover, so it's like not even a disadvantage. I'm kidding. I love Russians. I love you guys.
Yeah.
Please don't kill me.
We are joking.
Russian Mafia,
Please
man.
don't kill us.
Dude, Russian Mafia is big in Brood War. You gotta be careful.
Yeah, that stuff is everywhere. Stuff is everywhere. Remember that tournament with the pyramid scam guy?
What?
Was that Russian? Did you not remember that? The oh, what was it? There was this tournament. It might have even been a Defiler tournament, but it was sponsored by some weird Russian pyramid scam thing. Do you not remember that?
I have no idea what you're talking about.
Oh my god, I can't
awesome.
believe it. It was really ridiculous. I remember reading it, and there were so many comments just like, "What? How are you guys accepting this man's money? He's been to jail before and everything for his scamminess." But the Russian organizers were just like, "He wants to give us money. We want to accept the money, so we're having a tournament. So it's all good."
Oh Oh man.
Yeah, it's right.
See,
I'm telling you.
Brood War is hardcore, guys. See, look at this. SE2 all sponsored by like Intel and Monster and all you legit sponsors. Man, Brood War, we're spawned by Russian pyramid schemes from the mafia. See, that's where it's at. By the way, we got a 12 next. NeMu has left the game. And then he can't hold it though. He just says bluff right after. What the hell, man? Dude, if you're gonna do that, you gotta go all out. You gotta actually pretend you've left.
Yeah. Oh god.
He tries to. It's like this is just some random ladder game. He's just trying to trick points out of Rams.
Right? Is he hungover or drunk? I can't even decide right now.
I don't know, but this is too good. I don't think we actually need to commentate this game. I think NeMu's gonna commentate the game for us, just with his comments. I think we should just let him talk. I don't know. I actually don't know who I'm rooting for anymore. Like I like Rams, but I think NeMu should go far.
I like NeMu because he's doing a fast expand, and that's manly. That's manly against Terran. It's manly against Terran such as Rams. But I suppose it kind of makes sense on a reverse ramp map to try and get that established as soon as possible because your main just isn't quite as defensible as it otherwise might be. So I can see why you'd go for an early nexus on this map.
Rams doesn't know what race he is until now. So now he knows he's Protoss, and it's too late to do anything, right?
Yeah, way too late.
What else was I saying? Oh damn, I had another good point. Oh yeah, 12 Nex was actually quite popular on this map in Pro League as well. So I'm not that surprised that he's doing it. As you say, being a reverse ramp, yeah, you might as well just hold the top. But anyway, I mean, if the Terran gets to the top of your ramp, you're probably dead anyway. So just build Nexus, it's all good. Oh my god, he's pulling SCVs though. Rams is having none of this. He's pulling 6 SCVs. I think this is too late though. I'm pretty sure this
can work. I think you're forgetting quite how good SCVs are. And one extra one surviving back in the process is natural as well, but it looks like NeMu's going to try and pick that off. Will he be able to get it? No, it looks like he won't, but the Marines have finally made it over there, and I think 6 SCVs might actually be enough to make all the difference right here. We have our first Dragoon on the way out, but it's only just beginning. NeMu could be in quite a lot of trouble.
Indeed, he may be. The SCVs are coming in here. By the way, it seems that people are saying he's actually a race picker, which does make sense. I was wondering why Rams didn't double scout, and also his build was like an anti-Protoss SimCity.
Yeah.
So he actually did know it was Protoss. That's my bad. That's my bad. Anyway, Probe's coming off here, and they're gonna get a surround on the Marines. So that's gonna just go badly for
the Vulture.
The Vulture coming in. He just needs to kill the Marine though. Just ignore the Vulture for now, because the Marine gets in the bunker. That's actually worse, I think, than the Vulture.
Yeah,
but actually, he's got to get the Marine. The Dragoon's coming out because if the Marine doesn't get in the bunker, the Dragoon can kill the Vultures, but he can't kill the bunker. So it needs to kill the Marines. And come on, get it, probe! Oh, that's what's up. Is that a 2-kill probe? That is a 2-kill probe.
But I think the Dragoon might be still in very, very severe trouble right here because it looks like it actually might die to this one remaining Vulture. There are so many SCVs repairing it that it can't actually kill the Vulture, and one more Marine is going to get into the bunker.
Uh-oh. Alright,
yeah, this is a rough situation.
So here's the thing, you see, Dragoons, I mean, that mass repair works against one Dragoon, but when you have 3 Dragoons, that Vulture can't survive, but this bunker will definitely survive, so now this is going to be really annoying. Fortunately, it's still only 1 Marine, so he's got a little bit of time, but what's he actually doing in his main base? I mean, he's lost a lot of probes, he lost all of the probes at his natural, so his economic advantage has basically gone out the window, even if he does hold a Nexus. Oh, he actually ran past, what the hell?
But only with 2 Dragoons. I mean, 2 Dragoons is really not going to be enough. I think he's just trying to cut off reinforcements, but only just managed to get that Marine right there. He's trying to get rid of the Vultures that's coming as well because he does not want mines to start happening in his natural expansion. Mines are still a long way from done yet, so he doesn't need to be worrying about it too much. But
why is it not shooting?
With all the repairs on that Vulture, he's actually going to have a hard time killing it at all. And those Marines in the bunker are actually going to do a significant amount of damage to the Dragoons. There are enough SCVs to repair, actually not quite enough.
Out of range. Sorry,
No, sorry, go for it. And 1 Dragoon only barely staying alive there.
Oh man, he has Dragoon range now, so basically the Marines in the bunker don't have range to shoot the Dragoons, but he had that held position in range, which would have been terrible. 4 Dragoons now is enough to kill this bunker with only 3 SCVs repairing. You need 1 SCV per Dragoon attacking if you want to repair at the same rate, so that should be good. But as you say, mines are actually almost finished here, and if mines actually go up in the natural, it's going to be supremely annoying. But it looks like he just has enough to actually fend this off, and now Rams is in horrible position. I think it's probably GG for Rams, because now he's got 6 Dragoons barreling down towards him. He can lay defensive mines, so he won't die immediately, but he's in really bad shape. He committed quite a bit to that attack.
Oh no, NeMu is actually starting to run into mines here. Now he knows they're out. He should have known they were out already. But yeah, sorry, you were saying?
Well, basically, even though he killed all the probes at the natural, he pulled 6 SCVs very early. He's brought 3 of them back, but he's got no expansion command center. He's only got some mines with vultures. I mean, if NeMu just plays defensively and doesn't let the vultures run into his natural, he's in pretty good shape, I think. And he's getting a robo now, so he'll have obs.
Yeah, I mean, I think NeMu's not doing at all badly. He's managed to actually pump a fair few probes in the meantime. He lost an awful lot of probes right there in the natural, but because it was such a heavy investment from Rams, it doesn't matter too much. He just had to do what he had to do to keep himself alive. And yeah, Rams is looking significantly behind right now. His command center only just happening. Usually you'd expect the Terran's natural expansion to be happening roughly the same time as the Protoss, maybe even slightly ahead in terms of timing. So yeah, looking seriously behind right here.
Yeah, interestingly, it looks like Rams has decided that the way to come back into this game is to go crazy with vultures. He's gotten speed directly after mod, so completely skipping siege tanks, which I think is good because when you go for 12 next, your robo's pretty far delayed anyway, so he knows there's not going to be any obs anytime soon, so it's very difficult for the goons to actually come and attack him. So he's just going to go in with speed vultures, try to kill some more probes. Unfortunately for him, NeMu's dragoons are very, very well positioned, so he's probably only going to get a couple of vultures, a couple of probes of that. It looks like he only got a single probe there, so complete waste of those vultures. But I can understand like the thinking behind it. Well, here's the thing. He knows that he has to do something to come back, so he tries to do economic damage. But if I'm NeMu right now, why would my dragoons not be in my natural? Like, what would they be doing? Because there's no obs, so there's no point having them on the map when there's mines. So the dragoons had to be there. So there's no point trying to run the vultures in because there's nowhere else. Like, you're just gonna get defended, as we saw.
But Rams, I think the only thing that can be going through Rams' mind right there is he knows the dragoons aren't out mine clearing, so he knows that obs aren't ready yet. So he's thinking maybe if he can run through into the main, start laying down mines, then maybe he can grab himself a good number of pro kills just sort of by chance. And I think he had kind of maybe a 50-50 actually getting in there, but NeMu was easily able to block his ramp actually, and so Rams was unable to get anywhere. But I kind of see his logic there because the mines were.
I mean, I guess it's possible that the goons could have been further out on the wide ramp, and so because he had speed vultures, he could just run them by anyway because they're pretty blazingly fast. But, but NeMu had them a bit further back. And I gotta say, good reaction time by NeMu as well, immediately blocking the ramp there. Because those 2 vultures could definitely have gone to the main and maybe killed a few more probes, and then, you know, things would look a little bit different. But in the meantime, looks like we've got a bunch of gateways being added, 4 more gateways. He's actually got a shuttle now, gonna do some, gonna do some reaver harass. Sorry, I wasn't even paying attention to that support base. Oh, I didn't see it. It's actually above the Nexus. I think I clicked it before, but just did not register in my brain at all. He's actually gone for shuttle speed as well.
Speed as well, yeah. Wow. That's really, really rare in PvZ. It might work out quite well for him. Do we have a missile turret underneath that engineering bay? I don't think we do. We do have a missile turret under that engineering bay, so the Reaver's going to be repelled for now, but there's only 1 missile turret in the main. The Reaver drops down. He's going to be able to kill only 1 of these Marines. A nice spread right there from Rams. Very, very quick off the mark with that. And there's a pretty decent spread of missile turrets around about as well, and good mine vision too. So I'd imagine he's going to know pretty much where and when this shuttle is going to be coming at him. And he's actually being really, really cost efficient with these missile turrets. That's great turret placement in the natural.
Yeah, I mean, that's basically... Oh, hold on. Looks like we're going to have another drop here. Shuttle speed finishes. Oh, he's got nothing else in the shuttle. Oh, no.
Oh, no.
He ran into the turret range. And the shuttle goes down as well. NeMu with a little giggle. Man, I was gonna say though, the turret placement, by the way, this is exactly what you want. 1 in the natural, 1 at the kind of in between the main, by your factories, in between main and natural, and 1 in your main. I don't think this 4th one serves a good purpose, but I think ideally you can actually defend everything with just 3. And it looks like NeMu, a bit of a self-deprecating comments there. He knows he messed that one up. That's alright, NeMu. My Reaver micro is terrible as well, or shuttle micro, I suppose.
We forgive you, NeMu. I mean, I can't say I think I've ever actually gone for a speed shuttle in PvT, and that's exactly why. It's so easy for it to go down. I mean, and it's such a heavy investment. I don't quite know what major advantage speed shuttle offers over just a normal shuttle in PvT. You can get in behind the turrets by sort of running through turret fire, but even then, it's kind of often a one-way trip because the turret really isn't too hardy.
Oh, he's got double speed shuttles. He's just gonna bulldog it.
Oh, he is.
Oh man, this is amazing. He sent a probe to the 3rd, but when you've gone double speed shuttles after, I think he should just go all in and just kill him. Just do it, man. Yeah. Just man up. Just kill him. Ah, you made a Nexus. Weak sauce.
I think weak sauce. I think he's still going to go for the engagement though, because otherwise, why would he have made the 2 speed shuttles if he wasn't planning to deny the 3rd base? So that's pretty much the grand purpose, surely, of these 2 speed shuttles at this stage of the game.
Maybe he's just scared of like a big 2-base push from the Terran, and he thinks he needs them to defend, like with zealot bombs. But he doesn't even have, like, he's got 4 zealots. These 4 zealots could go in 1 shuttle. There's actually literally 0 point to these 2 shuttles because the units would go in 1 shuttle. Like what?
Yeah, they would.
I don't understand. Why didn't he just at least make a couple more zealots?
He's just kind of trying to spread his odds, maybe. So if one shot dies, he's hoping the one with only one zealot and it dies. So he's just kind of making sure, well, not really making sure of anything, but just trying to spread it around a little bit. I don't think this is a good idea with the Dragoons. He needs to make sure he pulls back pretty sharply because he's going to be fighting a pretty nasty uphill.
He's going for it.
He is going to go in. This could not be a great engagement for him. It might work out, but I don't think he has the Dragoon count. So many Dragoons dying very, very early on. He's doing a significant damage to the tanks though, but I think he might just get beaten back here. Rams still has a decent number of tanks left, but there are more Dragoons coming in from the back from NeMu. Rams' reinforcements are coming in though. He has 2 spare siege tanks ready and waiting and a couple deep into his third as well. He might just be able to hold on here. The observer has gone down, so those mines are going to be powerful against the oncoming Dragoons, and I think NeMu might just be repelled right here. He's going in against these 2 tanks. I don't know if he should be doing this. He has a fairly limited number of Dragoons still remaining, and they're all on very, very low health, and he stands to lose his entire army right here, and his advantage would probably go with it.
Man, that was a pretty crazy attack, but you're attacking uphill into an entrenched Terran position. That's almost never going to go your way, and I gotta say, I really like that tank spit from Rams. So it was very, very well done. Although it looks like he is gonna at least force the third to lift here and clear out a couple of more of these tanks. And wait a minute, there's actually not very many units left at all for Rams. This is actually not over yet with the reinforcements from the Protoss. That one zealot taking down that siege tank. Most of the mines have actually been cleared, and more zealots flooding in here. Looks like NeMu just spamming zealots, but a 2 Vulture counterattack by Rams. How well is it going to do? It looks like NeMu does pay attention, so not going to take too much damage here. But man, he's doing a ton of damage at the front, although it looks like a few more reinforcements coming out, and Rams should be okay here. Oh man, he's got a ton of factories now.
Yeah, Rams is going to be able to hold, but he's going to have to get those factories really pumping, and he's going to have to try some kind of aggression, I think. And I think it is within his power to be aggressive after this, as long as he can keep his macro up and running. I don't think he should be moving out quite yet, though. His tanks are unsieging. This is a little bit of a risky move, but I guess he just wants to try and get his position back, because he knows there are no obs in as of yet. And the Zealots doing a really good job of mine clearing, though, so I think Rams is definitely going to be forced back into his natural once again, running the risk of getting caught on top of his own mines. Oh my god, that was nearly one of the worst mine hits I've ever seen.
Wait, how did that mine not go off? Did he attack it with his own tank? I don't think that mine went off. I think he actually shot it with a siege tank.
No,
that was
it didn't go off. Yeah, that was pretty... It didn't. No, okay. Definitely not.
Crazy.
That would have killed all those vultures in one.
Exactly. It definitely would have one-shotted the vulture. So, man, I think we just saw a crazy epic micro move, and we didn't even understand what happened. Like, that's how epic it was. It was so high level, I don't even understand.
Oh! Yeah, big mine going off in the middle of a bunch of vultures right there. Rams, even vultures are not disposable at this point. He needs absolutely everything he can get. I think he's going to be able to hold off finally and stabilize at his natural expansion. And he's continuing to try and get that position back as soon as he possibly can. He's not waiting around at all for any man. Actually, if you look at the supply count, Rams is currently ahead in terms of supply. So I think NeMu would do well to just kind of reconsolidate, build up some units, and just try and hold Rams where he is for now, and to try to maybe get the Arbiter Tech up and running, because still we have no Arbiter Tech. We've seen him just invest heavily into gateways in the middle of the game, and 2 more shuttles in production as well from NeMu. He's not looking like he's going to let up.
Oh man, you're right. That is a ton of gateways, and I don't know though. I mean, he is keeping on a lot of pressure, and the thing is, when you get these small... Oh my god, vultures at the third! Vultures at the third! No! Bros! My little mechanical kittens, run away! Run to the pylons! Go on the other side! Hide! Hide! Go burrow! Research burrow! Somebody give him cloaking! Where's an arbiter? Make an arbiter! Cloak it!
Stop saying things, you're just saying everything, and nothing's gonna work. The probes are dead, Sale. It's time to accept that the probes are gone. And the vultures now ransacking the natural expansion as well, getting so many kills. They might get one final kill. And there it is. Brutal stuff. Sale getting to the end of his tether right there. Thinking of every possible scenario.
The mechanical kittens, man. Why would you kill them? They meow so cutely when you click them, man.
Well, Rams just put them in a bag and threw them into the canal. What can I say? He's a horrible, horrible man. And once again, Rams taking out his own mines as he goes back, but there are a couple of mines hidden underneath the siege tank. One nice mine bomb, but it's really not enough to justify all those zealots right there. All those tanks having siege back up, though. I don't think NeMu should continue to attack. He's going to get absolutely destroyed here if he hangs around. All those Dragoons are going to go down. NeMu, please don't do this. Please don't do this.
Now Elegant's the one going crazy.
Oh my god, nothing hurts me more than that kind of thing. Oh, there were so many tanks right there. I just don't think he bargained on the depth of that tank line right there. Ouch.
Oh man, the big pile of blue goo. It's very sad. It's not as sad as losing pros, but you know, it's still sad. I feel his pain as a Protoss player, and by that I mean that's just not a good attack to make.
No, it's
why would you attack the natural? I mean, the thing is, right? He's already denying the Terran's third, so he's on 3 base against 2 base. So it's not like he's in an okay position anyway economically. I don't know why he feels like he needs to keep attacking here. He should just tech up and be happy with his bases. His 4th base, by the way, I think is too far from the minerals. It looks a little bit off.
Yeah. Oh my god. Yeah, I think that is 1 hex too far to the right. NeMu, what are you doing, man? You looked so good earlier in the game, but he's kind of fallen to pieces. And we mentioned this earlier, how Protoss is just kind of like, okay, I don't quite know what to do with my big army against Terran, so I'm going to attack him with it. And it doesn't work like that.
See? I told you, even Protoss's silly little Protoss do it. By the way, why?
Especially.
He's only got 1 guy on gas on his main. That's a little bit silly. That's not going to help on the tech front. And he's still not making an Archives or a Stargate or anything.
It doesn't look like he's even considering tech.
He has no 2nd gas, actually. Oh my god, he's only got 1 probe on gas anywhere.
So how can he even produce Dragoons? That means he can produce out of 1 gate.
He can only make Zealots. I guess he must have had some gas banked earlier on. That's how he keeps making them. But right now he's about to realize that he has no gas and only makes Zealots.
Yeah. And he won't be able to remake any orbs. He definitely won't be able to tech. His tech is already way late. And Rams is in a really good position right now. If you want Terran to die, then be patient. You can't just go and kill him. You have to get into a decent engagement position. This is not the way to do it. NeMu had some good ideas here. He had a couple of nice engagements, but he just got way over enthusiastic. And when Terran really wants to defend deep, they can, and you're going to have a hard time stopping them from doing that at the very least.
Indeed, I mean, NeMu. At least he's having fun with it though, right? At least he's having fun. Although, oh, is he starting to mine gassing? Okay, looks like he fixed the gas in his main, but he's still not taking his natural or 3rd gas. It looks like we got a tank drop at the natural. Oh no, more probes. More lovely, cute little probes. Such a cruel world we live in, Elegant. It's terrible.
It really is. I mean, the life of a probe is not a good one. He dropped onto some godforsaken kind of horrible blue planet that you don't know anything about, and you're expected to mine the minerals under such horrible conditions. I don't know why they do it. I'd just stay back home in Aya, to be honest, and wait to come back as a Dark Templar. That would be my game.
Yeah, the DTs get a much better life, don't they?
Yeah,
they get all the credit too. Like, you know, they kill all the, you get 30 kills on drones or something, and everyone's cheering for them and stuff. But nobody appreciates the probes.
Yeah, nobody whatsoever. Really hard life. The Dragoon's finally doing some mine clearing in the middle. There are actually a lot of mines lying around there, so those kind of relics can easily pop up and just blast a whole load of speed zealots in one go, which can be really nasty when you're trying to reinforce after or in the middle of a battle. It can be really brutal. And it looks like Rams is going to be able to easily hold on to his 3rd base no matter what NeMu throws at him now. He's got plenty of mines, he's got a decent SimCity, he's got a good number of tanks as well, and wow, that's actually a lot of tanks waiting at his natural.
Oh man, he should siege at the natural, he should siege at the Protoss natural, he can kill all the clump probes, they're all clumped! They're all clumped! Oh, he gets 1 shot off. Man, if he was 2 seconds earlier, I think he could have gotten like 10 probes there with 1 shot.
Yeah, he actually could, but the probes are still taking pretty nasty hits nonetheless. I mean, they're really looking pretty thin at the natural there.
Oh god,
not
the
like
3rd. Oh god, the 3rd Elegant. No, not again!
No.
Not again! Why? Why?
All your kittens are dead, so.
Man. Can we like set up a charity foundation for probes or something? This is horrible.
That's absolutely horrible. And then decides that it's the time to go for a big attack. I don't know if this is going to work either. NeMu is going to try and bust the Terran straight up. He's managed to make his way up the big ramp, but I don't think he's going to make his way much further. He's going to be facing down against a significant number of Terran reinforcements right here. Rams is just going to absolutely be able to squash the remainder of this Protoss force. The SCVs are coming off the line to fight just to try and hold out for a little bit, but Rams is going to be able to swing around and just going to be able to demolish what is left of NeMu's force. And having taken down the Nexus at the 3rd position, the 3rd base position as well, I have to say that NeMu is in a beyond rough spot right now. His economy is non-existent. His army is kaput. I think he is going to be forced out of the game.
Yeah, he's lost his 3rd base. He's lost his army. He's got no tech anyway. He's at 41 supply against 143. Terran over 100 supply ahead. Basically going to be over. I mean, he lost a Nexus just to pure Vultures, man. These are really well upgraded, by the way. 2-2. Oh man, it's 2-2 against 0-0. Ugh. Yuck.
That's bad.
Yucky. That's why his army is just melting so easily here. Anyway, it's basically now down to when Rams decides to end the game. Which it looks like it's now. He's moving out with his army, and there's nothing really the Protoss can do about it. He can just A-move all his tanks, and he'll be fine.
Yeah, he really has no reason to be conservative. We have 151 supply right now versus 50. He's more than triple the supply of his opponent. So yeah, I think if there was ever a time to push, it's now. 2-2 upgrades against 0-0, triple the supply. You're looking good. NeMu's still kind of producing units, but it's nothing more than a token F at this point. I still can't believe we have not seen at least Templar attack. I would think if you were going to go for a big heavy army game, you were at least invested in High Templar. And here it is, the final stand for the remaining Protoss units, but this is going to be nothing more than a formality. GG!
GG!
So yeah, in the early stages we had actually pretty solid stuff there from NeMu, and he had a good position in the early game, largely due to his interesting opening, but he just really wasn't able to see it through. Even with his first break against Terran's third, it was actually pretty good. It did work. He forced the third down, and he forced Rams into a pretty tough position, but from then on he was just like throwing his army at the Terran defenses instead of just taking a back seat and just letting his advantage kind of build itself up.
Yeah, I think he kind of didn't have a clear long-term game plan. So once the Reaver died, he was like, well, I've got speed for the shuttles already. Instead of just making another Reaver, I'm just going to do you know, a big Zell drop and a Bulldog attack. But then he was like, well, just in case it doesn't work, I'll make a third too. And then he didn't commit to it. So he basically kind of went several different directions and didn't commit to anything. And so his attack was like okay, but not that effective because he didn't, you know, instead of building a whole bunch of gateways, he made a Nexus. But then when the attack failed, because he didn't have any tech, because he's doing this crazy attack, then he had like no long-term game plan. So it was just kind of all over the place, I feel, and didn't really work out.
I mean, in that situation, you have to kind of look at yourself and think, what are the options? And the only option you can really come to is recall. Recall is good because it allows you to not have to blast through the front door of the Terran straight away. And so I think that his lack of tech just spoke volumes in that match. I think it would have really helped him out.
Yeah, Zealots and Goons, they just don't cut it once you get to the mid and late game.
No, especially not 0-0 Zealots and Dragoons backed up by nothing. Yeah, so good ideas there from NeMu, but just wasn't able to see it through. And Rams takes game 1.
That's alright, because it is a best of 3. So when we come back, we will bring you the second game on Electric Circuit. Don't go anywhere, guys.